Welcome to Street Level, a whole new show all about Cornwall, this place that we love to call home. So it's a show all about partnerships and collaboration. We're going to be looking at projects and ideas, collaboration between businesses, the City of Cornwall, residents. This pilot episode, we'll be looking at downtown Cornwall, we'll be looking at pools, at Municipal Works, at edible gardens, at sea containers downtown. So it's a great new show, Street Level. Hi, I'm Mayor Bernadette Clément, and I'm strolling down Pitt Street, beautiful downtown Cornwall. And our city is so fortunate because we have two beautiful downtowns, Le Village on Montreal Road, and right here, Pitt Street. And we're taking a walk here because since COVID-19, the city has partnered with over 50 businesses all over the city to make sure that they could expand their patio spaces or create patio spaces so that residents could return to enjoying restaurant life. So as you can see, we have patios here. We also have picnic tables. So Norma Lefebvre, who works for the City of Cornwall, had the brilliant idea of painting picnic tables, bright colors. So we've put them in both downtowns, and we want residents to come down, grab a snack, a scone, a sandwich, and enjoy sitting on beautiful Pitt Street or Montreal Road. We ask that you stay safe at those picnic tables, so make sure to sanitize your hands. Ask the local business that you've just been in whether they can give you some sanitizer to make sure that you're enjoying your snack safely. So we invite all of you to come downtown, visit Pitt Street, visit Le Village, and enjoy your summer. Hi everyone, I'm with Kat Rendak, local food champion, I love that title, and administrative assistant with the City of Cornwall, and we're going to be talking about edible gardens. First things first, is there anything that's ready to eat here today?
Yes, so we have lettuce, kale, chard, and lots of herbs, and any day now you're going to have tomatoes, cucumbers, beans, peppers, so lots going on.
Ah, okay, so we're behind the Lions Club bandshell in Lamoureux Park.
Yep.
Are there other edible gardens in town?
Yes, so just beside us, near the bandshell, we have a lot of perennials planted. So that's where you're going to find things like rhubarb, apples, pears, currants, so...
Dessert?
Yes, things that are going to come back every year and really fill out the bandshell. So people are welcome to pick from that. We also have a little bit behind the fire station on Pitt Street, sort of a long garden there of more annuals, and a little bit of the police station, and then some throughout with social housing throughout the city as well.
Okay, sounds great. So what are the rules exactly? How does it work?
It's very easy. So we have volunteers come in and plant everything, and they're actually all started from seed in February.
Oh, okay.
We come in, we plant them, and then we welcome residents to come and pick as things get ready and ripen up. There's really no rules, everyone is welcome to them.
So how are they maintained? I feel like there's a lot of partnerships, so why don't we talk about that?
Yes. So this project is a partnership between Transition Cornwall Plus,
Love them,
Edible Cities Cornwall, and City of Cornwall Recreation. So they've kind of partnered in some of the different locations, and similarly their volunteers are the ones who come in and plant, but then also come in and maintain and weed and make sure things are getting watered. So it's a marriage of lots of different groups.
Sounds good. So everybody come down to the edible gardens and pick some food and enjoy your summer. Thanks, Kat.
Oh, thank you. Bye.
Hi there, I'm Jen Margerison, Project and Asset Management Supervisor with the Engineering Department. I'm here with my colleague Mike Hodge, Project Supervisor for the Municipal Works Yard Redevelopment Project. He is overseeing all field operations for this construction project. Mike, I'll hand things over to you to discuss the construction of the salt storage facility.
So far, we've removed the old structures. There used to be two smaller salt sheds that we've torn down. We've excavated out for the foundation, we've poured the footings, and now they're in the process of forming up the walls. They'll start pouring those this week. There'll be about 9 weeks of pouring the concrete walls, and it should be all complete sometime in October-ish.
So the buildings that we used to have in the Municipal Works Yard for salt storage were two small structures that were located just east of that building there, and they only held about a few hundred tons each. Our new structure is going to hold about 7,000 tons, which means we can actually hold almost a whole year's supply of salt in the building, rather than having to have trucks come in and out all the time throughout the winter, which can be very challenging for scheduling whenever we get lots of snowstorms and winter events. So this will definitely help with ease of operations in the winter months. Also taking place this summer, we have the construction of a noise barrier wall that will run parallel to St. Michel Avenue along there, and then just come up the corner on Lamoureux Street. This will ensure that residents along St. Michel and in the area aren't disturbed by the operations of the Municipal Works yard. We also have the construction of the utility compound, which includes a standby power system generator, which is going to be for all of our current and future buildings. I don't know if, Mike, maybe you want to discuss the progress of the utility compound works?
Sure. So right now we're about halfway through that project. We have 3 of the precast utility buildings in place. We poured the concrete pads for the generator, and next week we should have delivery of the generator. So we're looking in a couple weeks, it should be fully operational.
That's great. So all of the work taking place this year is just phase 1 of a multi-year, multi-phase project for the redevelopment of the Municipal Works yard. Also included in the multi-year project is the construction of a new administration building, the design of that, which is also to take place of this year, hopefully constructing next year and the year after. We'll also be designing constructing a new multi-use building and also some storage buildings. So in about 10 years' time, you will see a completely different Municipal Works yard overall. To stay up to date on this project and other construction within the city, head to www.cornwall.ca/construction.
So hello, we're in beautiful downtown Cornwall, and I'm here with Councillor Todd Bennett.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about pop-ups. So Councillor Bennett brought the issue of pop-up businesses in a council motion back in 2019. Mm-hmm. So here we are. So let's talk about what made you make that motion, what was that about, and how did we arrive here?
It's a long story. I'll make it short. So I do a lot of traveling on my motorcycle, and in my travels I've gone to some cities that had pop-up businesses, and the one that really stands out in my mind was Quebec City. And Quebec City is in a kind of a courtyard like this, and across the street from some businesses, and I can remember thinking when I was there, boy, they must be really hurting the next door, the businesses that are permanent there. So in our travels, we went into a store and I said, do these things hurt your business? And the guy says, oh my God, no, they bring so many people into the area, they're fantastic. I thought, well, that's kind of a neat idea, and then you kind of keep that in the back of your mind. And then my hometown of Belleville decided last year they're going to do a test project with these things, so I was kind of paying attention to that, and I thought, you know what, we're looking at ways of getting people into our park, and I thought this would be a great idea. So close to downtown, people could be shopping, take a walk down to our downtown, have 4, 5, 6 pop-up shops to go shop at, and kind of keep people going from our park to our downtown, vice versa, kind of create some traffic that way. So that's how this all started.
Yeah.
But this is completely different.
So let's talk about what they look like,
Yes.
how gorgeous they are, and let's talk about the partnerships with the artists.
Yeah, that's pretty key. I was chair of the Culture Planning Committee for as long as it's been around, and we always talked about how to do public art, and it was a big thing. And so we're looking at a place to put these to help keep some vibrancy to our downtown during these strange COVID times. And the city administration came up with these ideas of putting these here, and then through conversations we had about decorating them. And so we involved local artists. They came out, and as you can see when you look at either one of these 2 containers right now,
They're beautiful.
They're fantastic. They look great. They're creating attention already. I'm getting people asking me questions about them, and they haven't even been used yet. So that's great. They're creating the buzz we wanted. They're creating the vibrancy downtown. And if you look down at downtown now, it seems to be more vibrant than it ever was, and we're doing this during this strange COVID time. So I think they're doing what they're supposed to do. The artwork is fantastic.
Yeah. So I like you using the term strange COVID times. It's true, but it has allowed for people to be creative and to pivot, to adapt to these times as well. So let's talk about who we would see using these containers.
Yeah, so all my travels, typically I would see them used for artisans. So people selling leather goods or jewelry. I've even seen people use them as like a bake shop selling baked goods, but I don't think that really fits what we're trying to do here. But I think artisans down here kind of fits with our downtown, and it does create interest. It's you're not going to see that in a mall. So it's going to bring people down here to see it. So I think that's one of the key things to getting people to our downtown Le Village areas.
Right. So we're already getting bookings.
Which is fantastic.
So people are really interested in terms of artists have produced a lot of artwork during COVID.
Absolutely.
Some have been very inspired, so they may use these spaces. How about nonprofits? Do you see nonprofits being able to use?
I don't see why not. Let's see, nonprofits have taken a big kick from this. Almost all fundraising has been canceled for this year. So if they come up with a unique idea and come here and sell tickets or raffle off paintings, bring all these different communities together, I think there's an opportunity there for nonprofits to take advantage of these downtown on a busy weekend. If you wanted to sell tickets for something, you couldn't ask for a better spot.
Yeah, and so we're creating also an outdoor space. So the city also provides chairs, tables, so that you can spill out from inside and create a sort of a patio version. And we also see current retail spaces who need more space and to call more attention to their shops. That could be a really good idea too. We also have one in Le Village. Right. So very important to point out that we have 2 downtowns in Cornwall, and the one in Le Village has a different look to it, has some French on it to keep up with the character of the neighborhood. So what are you thinking? Is this going to be a long-term project?
I think, I still like to see them eventually in Lamoureux Park, but I think when I look at this space and how it ties in with the downtown, I think this needs to stay. And I think if it's as popular as it seems to be so far, with people trying to book these right away, even the Le Village, why would you not make this permanent? This is a fun space. It's a nice big square. It's a place where people can congregate. And let's face it, you want to get as many people to your downtown as possible. And it's right beside a mall. If anything else, it'll draw people outside of the mall. Now they're halfway to downtown. Let's just check out the rest of downtown while we're here, right?
Yeah.
So
it's creating a lot of connection, right?
It's creating
and there's
connection.
A partnership with Cornwall Square in terms of being able to use this space and connecting the waterfront to the square to downtown. So all good.
I love it.
Yeah, so there's a lot of details. And so I would ask people to check out cornwall.ca/pop-up for all of the details in terms of the cost, in terms of what comes with the rental, in terms of how to stay safe during these strange COVID times. And so check out cornwall.ca/pop-up. Thanks, Councillor Bennett.
Thank you.
Hello, we're in downtown Cornwall, beautiful downtown Cornwall, and the topic is parking. Always a tricky topic, but parking right now until September 14th, the City of Cornwall is offering 2 hours free parking. And this is a way for us to support local downtown businesses throughout this COVID-19 pandemic process. So 3 ways to access the 2 hours free parking. Number 1 is the Way to Park app. So you can download that app. It's pretty easy to use. Now, not everybody's comfortable with apps. So there's a second way to get your 2 hours free parking, and that's to use the pay-by-plate machines. So that we want you to register your car so that we can keep track of your 2 hours. And then if you stay longer, then you pay. The third way is if you're not near a pay-by-plate machine, you can feed the meter, but only after 2 hours. So to sum up, 3 ways to access the 2-hour free parking downtown. Number 1, Way to Park, that app you can download. Number 2, pay-by-plate, register your car for the 2-hour free parking, pay only afterwards. Number 3, if you're not near a pay-by-plate, feed the meter, but only after 2 hours of parking. For more information, go to cornwall.ca/way-to-park for all the details.
Outdoor pools, splash pads, and the aquatic center are open. During the COVID-19 pandemic, it's still possible to safely enjoy these facilities. I'm joined now by Laurie Gibault, the supervisor of aquatic complex and programming, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about how you can safely swim and play at the splash pads this summer. Thanks for joining us, Laurie.
Thank you, Emma, for having me.
So we'll start at the outdoor pool since we are at St. Francis Outdoor Pool. How can families safely enjoy pools right now?
So first off, families can safely enjoy our facilities. We do have 5 outdoor pools and the aquatic center that's open right now. Plus we have 3 splash pads. So first off, we ask that if families are coming in, that they are feeling well enough to do so. If you're feeling ill, if you have any COVID symptoms, we ask you to please stay home. When you do arrive, you will be asked to hand sanitize your hands. You will come in, you will be asked a series of COVID questions. And then you will be given an admission bracelet, and that is based on our admission policy. Your parents are more than welcome to enter with their children. We do ask, though, that when you're in the water that you're still physically distancing if you're not within the same family or within the same social bubble. And it will be for a 45-minute swim, which is different than what we've had in the past, but we're really trying to make sure that we can get in as many community members as possible to enjoy our facilities. So the swims are on the hour. We're open from 11 to 7. 45 minutes, and then we allow 20 people in the large pool and 10 people in our baby pool here at a time, and then the next set comes up. We do have queue lines in our grass, so if people are waiting, they are separated by the 6 feet and trying to keep everybody safe that way. They will have to shower upon entering the pool, which is usually a rule to begin with, but definitely in COVID times, we want to make sure that people are their hands are staying clean. And the 15 minutes, our staff will then clean all the touch points. So they'll look at the ladders, their guarding stations, the sinks and that kind of stuff, where people usually touch, and make sure that those are sanitized again.
Awesome. I know a lot of people are excited to use outdoor pools right now, especially since it's free to use outdoor pools.
Yes.
Our splash pads, like you mentioned, are open, and there's some different restrictions in place there as well. So can you walk us through how to use the splash pads safely?
Yeah, so splash pads as well. We want to make sure that you're well. If you're not feeling well, please don't attend. Children should be supervised by their parents. Again, wash your hands in the bathroom. Wash your hands after you eat. Wash your hands if you've coughed. Anything like that. Blow your nose, wash your hands before you re-enter the splash pad area. The splash pad usually runs for about 4 minutes, so make sure that you're still physically distancing there outside of your family, just to keep it safe for everybody to enjoy.
Awesome. I know the Aquatic Center is open, but it's a little bit more complicated than some of the other facilities, so we're going to encourage people to visit cornwall.ca/aquatic center to get all the details, but you can give us a rough overview right now of how that works.
So really right now in stage 2, it's only our large pool that's open. Our slide, our whirlpool, our wading pool, our diving board, along with our diving boards at the outdoor pools, are not open during stage 2. So we have a series of swims which are really catering more to the adults and seniors because of the accessibility. So we're open from 6 a.m. to 12 p.m. We have 3 lane swims, and it's 1 person per lane. Those are for 45 minutes. Then we have an aqua fitness class at 9 o'clock, and then we have 2 swims at 10 and 11 for adult seniors, and those are a maximum of 25 people. And then our lane swimming and our aqua fitness, we ask that you do call ahead and you do book ahead because there is limited space. In this last couple of days, actually starting today, we have opened up an hour early because we were having people on a wait list, and we really wanted to accommodate those people on a wait list. So we've opened up an extra hour early. But same thing, wear your mask in. When you get out onto the pool deck and you enter the pool, obviously you need to take your mask off and then put it back on as you're leaving, just in those public spaces. Again, shower, sanitize your hands. There is a screener there as well to ask you the COVID screening questions, and everybody stays safe that way.
Nice. I guess finally, a lot of people are really excited that the outdoor pools and the splash pads and the aquatic center are open. Can you tell us a little bit why people enjoy going to those facilities and why the city is so happy to have them open for people to use?
Absolutely. Well, first off, I think in the city of Cornwall, compared to any other municipality our size, we have lots of outdoor pools. We have 5 outdoor pools, 5 wading pools, 3 splash pads, an awesome aquatic center. So I think it's great for neighborhood kids to be able to walk to their park, to be able to enjoy, first off, safe aquatics. Because our pools are all lifeguarded, it's important to provide that safety aspect. We live along the river, so it's really important to be swimming in supervised areas. We want to get across that drowning prevention message as well. And really, with the heat, it's been a wonderful free cooling center for kids and parents to enjoy. And really our staff really love what they do. They were all very excited to start back at the pools and, you know, to make sure that they're providing that safe, enjoyable aquatics for our community.
Wonderful. If anyone has any more questions about what goes on in parks or what's open, what's closed, cornwall.ca/play during COVID is the place to be. Thank you so much, Lori, for chatting with us about this today.
Thank you, Emma.
So that was the new show, Street Level. Please let us know what you think. Send us your comments, email feedback@cornwall.ca. Watch for us next month. Thanks for watching.